As much as I don't like Liverpool, I have to admit Alexis Mac Allister and Endo are two signings that shocked me. I thought they were good signings, but those two players have been insanely good this season. Alexis Mac Allister, since he's come in and he's played with Endo, and Endo's gone in that 6th role, and Alexis Mac Allister's pushed further up, has turned into an absolute monster. Throw me back to this Nottingham Forest game, last kick of the game. The way he sort of turns around and finds the pass on his weaker foot, pinpoint to Nunes to get Liverpool crucial 3 points, which may win them the league, is absolutely fantastic. So in today's video, we're going to deep dive into a bit of analysis on more so Alexis Mac Allister since he's gone in that 8 role. Endo coming in has allowed Alexis Mac Allister to go in his best role, playing further up the pitch, and how good Mac Allister's been in that 8 role. But a bit of a deep dive in Alexis Mac Allister and what he brings to Liverpool, and why I think that actually he could be signing of the season, him or Endo. But I think Alexis Mac Allister, for longevity, his flexibility, is probably arguably signing of the season, and what Klopp's got here with Endo and McAllister. So obviously looking in and doing a little bit of a deep dive on Alexis Mac Allister, and this is just content pre-Man City game. Man City game, you know, Rodri and De Bruyne were in McAllister and Endo's pocket. I did not expect Liverpool to dominate Manchester City like that. But if we look at general stuff from Alexis Mac Allister, his technical ability to pick out a pass like that, but he's a good ball striker. He scored a banging goal outside the box from Fulham. He's got a good shot on him. He scored versus Manchester United. He's been getting the goals. He's been getting the assists since he's pushed further up. I think he's got 6 goal contributions. I think he's got 8 goal contributions in his last 6 games for Liverpool since he's been in that 8 role. But he has so many good capabilities, ball striking to score from outside the box. But what makes Alexis Mac Allister stand out, and why Endo is key for this, because he allows Mac Allister to play further up, is because Mac Allister has this elite passing and technical ability that very few players have. His ability to play the ball over the top there, break over 2 lines of the opposition's defence. Not many players have the ability to do that. He's got the IQ to sort of read the game, pick up the pass, but he's got the technical ability to deliver the perfect weight of pass that completely takes 2 lines of defence out of the game, which allows Liverpool to break down low blocks because he's so technically good. And I believe he got an assist there to Darwin Núñez. I mean, wow, that is incredible. And you can see it sort of this season, how good Alexis Mac Allister is, because even in those quick reaction moments, he runs, keeps the ball, and scans quickly, sees where I think Gakpo is or Núñez is, and he leaves it into the box here, and boom, another assist on Gakpo. But it's not just about goals and assists, which has made Alexis Mac Allister so good, because even when he was playing as a 6, he was phenomenal. Even when he doesn't goals and assists, he's been phenomenal, because there's so many things he does, and we'll talk later on about what he does off the ball. But I want to talk about his ability on the ball, in build up, in progressing the ball, and then of course obviously breaking down defenses, breaking down the oppositions. But one thing he gives Liverpool is control, because he's incredibly press resistant. He will always make himself available for the pass. He will run, and he's happy to receive the ball any area of the pitch, because he can play out the press. He can play with his back to goal, even if it's not most physical. He scans his body. He's so composed. He's probably the most similar midfielder Liverpool have to sort of prime Thiago on the ball, because we know how good Thiago is on the ball for Liverpool. Obviously, he's been injured this season, but off the ball, sometimes can he cope with the athleticism of the Premier League, whereas Alexis Mac Allister is that Argentinian monster that can seem to really cope with the athleticism of the Premier League, but has similar ability to Thiago on the ball. In fact, that he's press resistant, can have 3 players chasing him down, and he can just turn out and he can play through the space with ease. The way he turns out from the press there, finds this space with ease, and then he plays a defence splitting pass. The ability to receive the ball deep, scan around, turn your body, bypass a few defenders, run into space, and then play this defence splitting pass that could literally play Darwin Núñez in, is immense. And he's done that multiple times. His ability to pick up runners, his IQ of the game is brilliant, because he manages to play through the last line of defence. He manages to get the ball through the last line of defence. And what Alexis Mac Allister has done so well, and Endo's allowed him to do this, is since he's been playing more as an 8, Alexis Mac Allister has been operating between the opposition's midfield and defensive line. He's been finding the gaps between the opposition's midfield and defensive line, and then he's been picking out these passes while he's in between the 2 lines, breaking through the defensive line onto the runners. And Liverpool, they're a transition team. They've got brilliant runners. But not only that, Alexis Mac Allister is brilliant between the defensive and midfield lines, but he's great from deep, whether it's in build-up, whether it's in progressing the ball. But you can see Alexis Mac Allister here in the Newcastle game. He controls the ball in a very tight situation, got Newcastle running at him. He feints, he uses his body well. You think surely he's going to lose the ball here. He's played out the press, he's run up, but there's 4 Newcastle players around him. Surely he's going to lose the ball here. There's no way. He picks out this pass to play Jota through on goal. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Onside through on goal. Absolutely incredible. This ability to get the ball from deep, play around a few players, and then pass it on. He doesn't lose the ball. His retention statistics are insane. His press resistance is insane. His technical ability to pick out those passes is insane. His IQ to know when to pass is absolutely insane. And this is why he's good as he was as a number 6, and he was so good as a number 6 that I saw Liverpool fans saying maybe he's our long-term answer as a 6, McAllister, before Endo sort of come in and played with him. But he is an 8. He is an 8 because he can do this. He could do this, and he could do this on the screen here. These passes over the final line of defence. Not only can he split defence, not only can he play in the runners on the ground, not only can he do quick 1-2s to quickly break apart defence, which Harvey Elliott's really good at. And maybe I'll do a video on Harvey Elliott, so do subscribe for that as well. We've got the international break now, so I probably want to do a video on Harvey Elliott, Alexis Mac Allister, a few Arsenal videos, a few Chelsea videos, a few Tottenham videos, a few general videos as well. But again, he makes these passes look easy, Alexis Mac Allister, over the final line of defence, playing Liverpool in. And he does that so often, and because he can operate in those half spaces, in those zones, bosh, over. And Watoru Endo, because Watoru Endo is so good, and Watoru Endo can eat up ground, he's a monster, and Watoru Endo is always winning back those first and second balls with his warrior attitude. He can play it to Alexis Mac Allister quickly, so Alexis Mac Allister can unleash it and use his passing. Alexis Mac Allister's passing is insane. He literally passes it there into Nunes over the top, whether it's on the floor, whether it's over the top. Alexis Mac Allister's passing is insane. Here, gets the ball, plays into Diaz. And also when he was playing deeper earlier in the season, you can see that he can get the ball here. There's defender running him. He can switch the play accurately, play Diaz in. But his long passing's elite as well. He can do that. That almost reminds me of Paul Pogba, you know. Paul Pogba used to do this for Man United. This just, he would get the ball from deep and he would just do this insane switch of play and completely bypass that opposition's midfield and play it long. And that was an incredible ball into Diaz there. Absolutely incredible from McAllister. But it's not just about long passing, short passing, his creativity. As I said, ball retention. There's so many scenarios where he's got the ball, and this was against Forest last week, where he's got 3 defenders like running in around him, and he could just quickly play out from the press, do this quick 1-2. So he'll do a quick 1-2 with Joe Gomez, and he can play out from the press. He can play out from the press, he can keep the ball, he can pass. I wanted to show these images to give you an insight of what McAllister can do. And a lot of this he's now doing at his best because Watoru Endo's coming. Watoru Endo's winning the ball back, eating up space, covering the ground, giving the ball to McAllister quickly, playing those quick 1-2s. Liverpool control the midfield. There's more balance. They play it quicker. And that Manchester City game, Liverpool were absolutely phenomenal. You know, 12 out of 17 final third passes completed, 11 ball recoveries, 8 duels won, 4 out of 6 tackles won, 4 shots, 1 goal. I mean, he was a monster versus Man City. And even though Liverpool lost to Man United yesterday, woo, come on, I didn't expect Man United to win that. Alexis Mac Allister was really good in that game. He was really good in that game. But we're going to talk more about the Man City game where he just dominated with Endo. 11 ball recoveries. Not only is he great on the ball, we're talking about Alexis Mac Allister keeping the ball, playing the ball, but he's great off the ball. The amount of ground he covers, and I think this is what Thiago's lacked, maybe the athleticism of the Premier League, he can't stay fit. But Alexis Mac Allister has those legs off the ball that maybe Thiago's lacked a little with Liverpool. I think Thiago's incredible, by the way. But Alexis Mac Allister's got that South American, Argentinian warrior in him where he's winning back the ball, he's winning back the duels, he's right there, he's running in his determination. When you've got Endo and Alexis Mac Allister in that determination to win back the ball and then keep the ball well and play it quickly and move it forward quickly, Liverpool can transition better. And that's another reason why Liverpool looks so good. And diving into this to give you sort of an insight about Alexis Mac Allister and the kind of player that he is, you can see here, look, his sort of general play and when he was playing as a 6 compared to Rice, Casemiro and Caicedo, he's more well round. I think Declan Rice, I guess, as a 6, probably slightly better off there. But you can see that he's had a better season than Caicedo and Casemiro as a 6. But if you compare him to sort of number 8s there, Matheus Nunes of City's not been great. Enzo Fernandez, you think Chelsea got Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, but Alexis Mac Allister trumps them both statistically. Now, it's not all about statistics, but just to show you how complete he is, this is his FBref statistics. He's pretty much in the upper percentile for nearly every statistic. I mean, nearly every statistic. And you've got to think he's been playing as a 6 more so than an 8 this season. He's only recently becoming as an 8. But the fact that he's still, you know, so high for assists and non-penalty expected goals and assists and stuff when he's only played really the last 10 games further up it just shows how good he was even as a 6 in progression. So why has he been key? Now, Alexis Mac Allister, I wrote, did a brilliant job in the number 6 role to the point where people were debating, should he be a long-term 6? But since he's sort of come in this 8/10 role, since Endo's come in, he's featured much more in this advanced role, and you can see Alexis Mac Allister is so much better advanced at the pitch, because I spoke about his technical ability, his tactical awareness. He gets the ball, he scans quickly, he always picks out the right pass. It's brilliant. But he also has that defensive mentality where he can cover lots of ground. Him and Endo can eat up ground, cover ground. Endo's that guy that's more of this sort of interception monster, plays it onto Alexis Mac Allister, but Alexis Mac Allister's also got that South American warrior mentality where he gets the ball, makes the attempts, runs back, stop the transition of the opposition, win the ball back, make a key tackle, play the ball forward. And if you look at his sort of profile, he's a technically excellent player that makes the fundamentals look easy. You know, the little passing, you know, the little plays, the cross, the switch, you play the pass and the dribbling, he makes it look easy. Like the fundamentals in football, that comes natural to him. He's so good at that. And then the more advanced stuff, line breaking passes, breaking the final phase of defence, press resistance, ability to play out from the press, he's special at that, but also got the work rate and the athleticism to cover ground and play in the Premier League. I like him as a player, even as a rival, because he always makes himself available. He doesn't shy away from the ball. Endo has the ball. Endo's being pressed by a few players. McAllister makes a run, so Endo's got an easy pass. And even if McAllister's in a situation where he's got 4 defenders around him and he thinks surely he's going to lose the ball here, he makes himself available for this pass where he's putting himself in a bit of a situation and he plays himself out of that pass because of the confidence. And he's got that work rate that I think managers must dream of, you know, covering so much ground off the ball, running so much off the ball, making himself available, always showing up, always performing, defensively good. Obviously, he played as a 6 to show that he was defensively good, got a real understanding of the game, can read the game well. But he's so good on the ball that he can break the lines, he can find the space, which for me is why he's more of an 8 than a 6. And I think in his last 6 games, he's got 4 assists and 4 goals, and man of the match contender in at least 4 of those games. You could argue all 6 he was man of the match contender, but for 4 of them, he was man of the match. And again, a lot of this is to just do with Endo's allowing Alexis Mac Allister to shine, because Endo is doing such a shift at like that more defensive role. But you see Alexis Mac Allister break down the low block with ease. And I showed you he could play those long defence splitting passes over the top. He can switch play, but he's also very good at doing those overlaps, those quick 1-2s, those short 5-yard passes to really get the ball moving quickly and play through each of the opposition's lines and break down the low block for Liverpool as well. And I think when he's someone that can give all his teammates a passing option, when he can move the ball quick, when he's great in high pressure situations and he's got elite retention of the ball, it allows Liverpool to control the game better in the final third because they keep the ball better, but he also has the ability to do those passes. And you've got players like Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne that can pick out those special passes, but sometimes they give it away because they're not as elite at retaining the ball, and sometimes, you know, that allows for a little bit less control for City and Man United. But Alexis Mac Allister, while he's not quite capable of the passes that Bruno and De Bruyne can do, but he's very, very close. He's absolutely phenomenal with his passing. He's got the levels of retention that all his passes seem to be a lot more accurate and a lot more controlled. And if you look at him and why he's key, they missed out on their main 2 midfielders targets this summer, Lavia and Caicedo, and Alexis Mac Allister stepped in out of position and absolutely done a job. He adapted roles. The fact that they've got a player that could play as a 6 if they need it and put in a solid job that he almost looks like a natural 6 is insane when he's not even in his best role. The fact that he's playing in his best role now and shining is insane. He's built this great relationship with Endo. He looked really good with Curtis Jones early in the season. Looked really good with Szoboszlai early in the season, but he's so intelligent. Whenever he gets the ball, you feel like something's going to happen. He's one of those players, he gets the ball, he likes to play forward, he likes to pick up the perfect pass, he scans so well, he knows when to pick up the pass, he always picks out the right pass, and I think he's been so key for Liverpool in maybe areas like ball progression or areas of the pitch. He's been insane, and I think that he, for 35 million, Endo for 16 million, that's what, 51, 52 million for the 2 of them, that's got to be some of the best business Liverpool have done, particularly now he's playing as an 8 and Endo's being the warrior, eating the ground as a 6. Now McAllister's come as an 8 and he's really breaking down the low blocks. He's been insane. So to sum up Alexis Mac Allister, he's a warrior that never gives up. He jogs, he scans around, he connects play in all phases of the pitch. His movement off the ball to find the space and find the gaps between the defensive lines is brilliant, to receive the ball between the lines and then play it. He can play through the press. He's great at line breaking passes. He progresses the ball. His passing ability is top notch. His IQ to find gaps, pick a pass into space or run into space himself is incredible. He's a great player at closing players down and he can rotate. He's a tactical asset because Klopp could play him as a 6, Klopp can play as an 8. He's a tactical asset and he's only going to get better. So that's my summary on Alexis Mac Allister. Do watch my summary on Endo if you want a bit more insight into Endo, who is key for Alexis Mac Allister's growth. I did a video on Endo 3 weeks ago. Thank you for watching. Bye.